All right, there we are. Hey, what's good, Mets fans? It's your main man, Uncle Freezie, coming through to rock the spot for a little bit, chop it up with all my die-hard Mets fans. Salute to everyone watching us on X. Salute to everyone watching us on YouTube. Leave a comment, share, subscribe as we talk that talk the way that we like to have that Mets talk to us. All day long, I've been searching for new Mets news, right? All day, just waiting for something to happen, waiting on David Stearns to pull off the major move. At some point today, I think we're going to have a couple of people join us on the live stream. But the Mets signing Christian Arroyo to a minor league deal, I don't think is a deal that's going to move the needle for us. Now, with that said, I don't believe you bring in a Christian Arroyo type to not have him be available for you at AAA or as a utility guy. The Christian Arroyo signing is probably going to be one of those moves that have you, just as I mentioned my guy. Here he is.
Salute.
The chosen one is in the building. Salute.
Salute, Mets people. Uncle Freezie, how we doing? Salute.
Good. Busy.
Yeah.
Trying to save the world and trying to enjoy the world at the same time.
Yeah. You could do both.
Yeah, we can definitely do both. Joe is in the building. JJ, our brother, is in the building.
JJ, Joe.
Salute to y'all. Salute to everyone watching us on X and YouTube. Also, please remember to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also, spread the word, because this is going to be the place where Mets fans come to hang out and have their voices heard. What's good, brother?
Chilling, brother. I would have been on here 5 minutes earlier than everybody. Except I use the last. I like to tell the truth on myself. That way, I keep myself in check. Right. I use yesterday's code, and I'm like, wait, what do you mean it's over? So,
man, doggone technology, bro. Technology, dang it.
I don't like to use certain words, but I'm just technology doofus. I'll just say it like that. I'm a technology doofus.
Challenged.
Yeah. You know what, though? On the mic, give me a mic, and I could talk to anybody.
Bars.
Yeah. There was bars, beyond bars, but just like the talking part. That's why when we do the music out of DJ, man, I can't do that either, right? You got to know what you can do. But I want to learn more. There's no doubt about it.
Right. No doubt. Hey, I want to put a rock in your shoe, because you told me something the other day about your idea, and I think it's a fascinating idea. I won't talk specifically about it here, because that's for project development and all that stuff, right? Yeah. But what I will say is this. I'm super excited about the farm system, bro.
It's a good place to start.
Yeah, I'm super excited about the farm system. JJ, yeah, I see that, but the reports are everywhere.
Yeah,
the reports are everywhere. I think just to speak to JJ's thing, because we've been promising JJ a Mets channel for at least 3 years that I can remember, maybe 2, but it seems like 3 is fair. But started at the bottom, now we here. So
started at the bottom, now we're here.
right,
Yeah.
absolutely, man. Um,
JJ knows this. JJ knows this stuff. He's a good guy, man. JJ.
yeah, man.
This is a good topic for him too. He's gonna love this topic.
Yeah, man. So, I just want to just because he mentioned Suarez or Framber Valdez, I just want to say this. I think the Mets are going to allow one of those guys to leave the market and then swoop in on the other guy. That seems like a David Stearns type thing to do, right?
Allow
Like,
somebody to pick somebody up first and then get that other guy.
yeah, man, and then go in and get the cheaper option. Because I think these guys are basically even, except one guy has slightly more injuries and slightly older, like 2 years older.
Yeah.
And so, but the other younger guy doesn't have the stuff of Valdez, right? So
Yeah.
it depends on.
Yeah.
Ahead, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I think that going on what we've seen, that you are, you know, you're pretty on target with that. The only thing I fear with that is, let's say it's Ranger. He gets picked up.
Right.
Especially by somebody in our division.
Right.
Now that next guy is not as cheap as we thought he'd be.
Right.
So I do agree with you though. I do feel like this man is a sit back and see guy.
Right.
He has the patience of
a monk.
A monk. Yo, stop.
Right.
No,
right.
we already on point. Yo,
right.
of a monk. He has the patience of a monk for sure.
Right.
A thirsty monk in August.
Right.
That it sometimes becomes a little bit like, whoa, come on, bro, get at it.
Come on, man. Like, what are we doing? Like,
right. I want to help you. Can I help you? I'll go out. I'll do whatever you need me to do. But so, and you got me feeling all warm. I was gonna do a t-shirt too, and I was like, let me throw this way.
I was dressed a little bit. As soon as I came through the door, bro, I took all that stuff off.
There's not, but I knew what you were, so I could understand what you wanted to. Something about me. Once I come home, take off the shoes, one eye starts rolling already. Like, oh, so yeah, I could see I could see it two ways. I could see it the way you're saying 100% because he's operated that way, and there's a possibility the guy gets cheaper, the second guy is cheaper.
Right.
That we also have to remember another thing that they're not handing out like these huge long contracts right now. If you notice, especially only one or two people. I know one pitcher got it. It was Dylan Cease.
And they went after him early.
Right. But they wanted him for a long time, so they covered him.
Right.
Like I did, like my first girlfriend. So, right. So yeah, my hope is that you're correct. Okay. I don't think that either one's better per se as much as the other.
Right. Right. And so the thing is, my thing is, Suarez and Valdez both have me in this mindset of I don't care what they did at other places. That's historical data. My concern is how will they impact the 2026 Mets?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That's my main thing because we all know just because a guy was good in one place doesn't mean he's going to be great at another place. We saw that,
especially as
Mets at the trade deadline.
Indeed.
I'm looking for something here, man.
That's all right. So yeah, I mean, to just continue what you're saying is, you know, sometimes sports is so funky where you could be a pitcher that goes to a hitter's park
Right.
and pitch lights out, and then
Right.
you could go to you know San Francisco and have a 9 ERA.
Bro, you never know.
You know what I mean? It's just bananas.
And San Francisco, for the most part, is a pitcher's park.
Right, it's a pitcher's park. It's
Right.
and the only thing they got going for them as far as hitters is that little galley up in center field where
Yeah, Triple Valley. Yeah. Yeah.
where Reyes got probably, if I had to look it up, I would say at least 20 triples in that park.
Right.
You know,
I get triples in that park all the time on MLB The Show.
me too.
The show,
Yeah.
bro. I'm gonna advise the chat: never play MLB The Show. It will, bro. It will have you late for work. That joint will have you late for work, bro.
Right? I gotta finish it. And baseball, out of all the EA games, out of all the sports, 2Ks and all that,
Right.
that one is the most technical. Do I throw a slider? Do I throw the fastball? Do I gotta bump this guy over? It's not just I'm gonna shoot a three, I'm gonna dunk, I'm gonna shoot a three, I'm gonna dunk, I'm gonna shoot, like it is what it's different. It's just different from me. I love it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
JJ asked the question, why not get both these guys? Suarez and Valdez. Why not get both?
They both lefties, right?
I know. Ranger Suarez is a soft tossing lefty, right?
Yeah.
And the other is I think he's a righty. Bro.
No, I think they're both lefties. I'm pretty
They're
sure.
both lefties?
I'm pretty sure. JJ's backing me up on lefties.
Okay.
I think that'd be a reason why I wouldn't go get them both. Not to say that two lefties, I mean, Sid Fernandez, Bobby Ojeda, is a bad thing to have.
The reason why I don't feel like you need both is because I don't think either can give you what Sandy Alcantara can give you when he's right.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about that part.
I don't think either can give you what Tarek Skubal can give you when he's right.
The three of them couldn't do it combined.
Right. But if you sign both of them, doesn't mean you can't trade for Joe. Look at Joe. Joe, what you know about that? Yo, Joe got me hype as hell, bro.
Oh, look at
Joe
that.
Got me hype as hell. Let's go.
I love the back in the day ones, man.
Oh my God, that kind of put me off track a little bit. I apologize, everybody.
You're gonna get a lot of that with us over here because we nostalgic,
knowledgeable, like
yeah.
Look at Joe. All right, I see you.
We get locked in nostalgia.
Yeah, man. Yo, my thought was, if you sign both, you'll have steady starting pitchers in your 1 and 2 spot, right? But your 1 and 2 won't be ideal, right? Then it puts you in this place. Now, mind you, so dog, I love Christian Scott. Like I love Christian Scott, right?
Yep.
I think Christian Scott has the makeup to be an ace, right? Because when in doubt, throw the gas, right? That's Christian Scott. Like, oh, it's a 2-2 count. He's sitting on a such and such, man. What do you think? Fastball,
Boom.
right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. When in doubt, throw the gas, right?
That's right.
Um, my thing is if you bring in Valdez and Suarez, you're not getting real aces. Like you're not you have ace in theory, but not ace in
Reality.
practice. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Because you really want your ace to be Pedro Martinez, Johan Santana,
Right. We can
Jacob
keep them.
DeGrom, Matt Harvey,
Doc Gooden.
Scott Gooden.
You know.
Yeah, you don't want your ace to be Pat Terrell, Dylan G, David Peterson, Seth Lugo.
I can name a bunch.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like there's a reason why people are in certain levels. Now, if you have a 1-2, let's say both these guys were ones, and you just decided to make them the other guy a 2 just because you flipped the coin, great. But we're not talking about Dwight Gooden and Jacob DeGrom.
Right.
And Jacob just says, Doc, you're a little bit older than me. You get the ace. I respect you, whatever. It's not that type of thing.
Right.
So, yeah, it's definitely not John Neese.
Right. Nah. So, but the chat understands where I'm going with it, because the thing is, if you sign both, now you're in that situation where is Tarek Skubal a necessity or a luxury? He's a necessity, but will be treated like a luxury in trade talks because you have Suarez and Valdez.
Right. And then the second thing is he's a lefty.
And it's right. And here's the other part to that too. If you still go get Tarek Skubal, then what do you do with all the young arms you have waiting in the wings? Right? Because to me, Christian Scott has more potential than Suarez and Valdez right now. You've seen it.
Yeah.
The Noah McClain project speaks for itself.
So that's what's interesting about what you said to me. I'm going to take, really quick, Skubal off the table. All right? Just because the first thing you said to me is I'm going to throw a rock in the show. We're going to talk about the kid. Okay? So Skubal's off the table for now because we don't got to utilize the kids to sign these other guys.
Right.
So you could legitimately say whoever was the better of the two, if you say that, let's say Valdez is the better of the two, or whoever, whatever you think is better of the two, you throw them first. You could legitimately put McClain second.
Yeah.
Just to break up the left
yeah
situation. That gives you a real viable third.
Right.
I think that does a lot. Because then we're talking about putting in Peterson, who's now a veteran.
Yep.
At 4. So now your 4 pitchers are that's a hell of a starting rotation. Then you still right now, after all that, have Sanger and you have Minaya, and we've seen in the past that Sanger can go X amount of innings, and Minaya could go X amount of innings. They could be a duo every
Right.
time they pitch.
Right.
There's your 5. But then we're also forgetting about the fact that there is Sprout, there's Tong, there's a bunch of different things that are happening out there. So, I think it's good problems. Getting both makes it even better problems because you can still figure things out. I definitely wouldn't take the kids and make them into bullpen people.
No.
No, not Tong, not Sprout.
Right.
But you could do that to
Clayton Holmes.
definitely at Holmes.
Right.
You might even be able to get away with doing that to like Manaya. Just say, "Hey, bro, sorry, bro, you're the long relief, or you're the 2 inning guy."
You know what the thing is with Sean Manaea? With me and Sean Manaea, I feel like if you pitch him 150 innings, he has ace potential. Right? When you pitch him 175-ish and the playoffs, I think he runs out of gas.
Well, we saw it.
Yeah. 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 So if Manaea can be, so Sean Manaea is prideful for one, right?
Let me put these.
Right. He's all in for one. I mean, prideful for one.
Right.
So talking to Sean Manaea and asking him to be your 4th or 5th starter is like slapping him in the face.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because these guys are professional, but they're also people, right?
Yeah.
These people are professional, but they're also people, right? So it's one of them things where it's like Sean Manaea, just based off professional courtesy, can't be lower than 3, right? Right. Yeah. Yeah. You remember that, bro? Yep, that guy, bro. Yeah, man.
Yeah, but that's what we're talking about. Like, if he goes, like, for instance, if he's gonna be 3rd, he's gonna hit those innings. I mean, but you know what? That's a bridge you could cross later because once you hit, let me see how these glasses feel on here.
You can skip a start occasionally with
Yeah.
him starting towards the end of April. You know what I'm saying? Starting towards the probably beginning of May, you can skip a start, bring a guy in, spot start, whatever, Clay Holmes, somebody, to keep him and Senga fresh.
Yeah.
So yeah. But my thing is though, what I was gonna say to you is somebody in the chat brought up a good point. The point that they made is if you trade for Tarek Skubal, you're gonna probably give up 2 or 3 of those arms that you have. And even though the Mets probably have how many arms they have?
Like this, maybe this many.
Maybe this many.
Yeah, maybe this.
Yeah, maybe. And I'm talking about young, um, um, time service arms. I'm talking about I'm talking about young, controllable arms for the next 5-6 years, right?
Yep. And then 5 or 10 more after that.
Yeah, that are in that single A area, right? Even if you trade for, and I don't think it's going to happen now, because if it was, because I think Tarek Skubal is probably in the Tigers pitching lab right now because it's January. He's probably in their pitching lab right now. If something was going to be done, it'd have been done already, right?
Yeah.
Pitchers and catchers report in 5 weeks. I mean,
right. And I also think Detroit needs to get their like socks knocked off with whatever you're gonna offer them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like legitimately, the more and more, and I love. Let me tell you something. The idea of having Scooble as the ace on this team is just as like as a guy who plays fantasy and all that stuff, as just as strong in my mind as wanting to have Jose Ramirez at third base.
Ooh.
That's how much I would want those guys on our team. Though I'm not gonna even get into the Ramirez. We're talking pitching now. Those two people, I would love to have that. But at the cost of, see, that's where the rock and the shoe comes in, because at the cost of the people, is Detroit's going to want people they can use now. They're not going to want our guys who are going to be excellent in 2030,
right?
2028 even. They will want Sproat. They definitely will want Sproat and Tong. Or if they don't want Sproat and Tong, if you could get away with it, they're gonna, man, they could go after any number of our pitchers.
Right.
And Sproat and Tong, I know you like Tong the most. For me, I like McLean the most. But there's pitchers underneath them that are going to be bananas. So, but they're going to want people now. Joe says Scooble's like Santana's prime.
Who's their everyday third baseman?
In where? In Detroit?
Detroit, yeah.
Wait, Green plays first or center field? Third
center
base.
Field, I think. Yeah.
What's the dude with the funny name?
He plays first base. You talking about the number one pick?
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays first base.
Oh, he plays first, and then the third baseman is.
I'll find it. I have fan graphs right here. I'll find it.
Is it Riley Green though, or did Riley Green play outfield?
I'll let you know. And Riley Green, man, Riley Green is 24, bro. Wow.
Yep.
Riley Green is an outfielder.
He played, yeah, right.
Bats left, throws left. And he's 25. I'm sorry, he's 25.
Is it Perez? Is it Perez?
It is somebody named Keith.
Colby Keith.
Yeah, Colt Keith plays third base. He's 24, and he's okay.
Yeah, I'm with JJ on that. The reason why I said Perez, Detroit did this thing this year where they had Keith there, they had Perez there, I think his last name was, and they would move him around. They even had
he played
the old Yankee.
Torres. Oh, I know who you. Oh God, I forget his name.
Glaber.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd like to forget their name.
Yeah, we like to forget Glaber, bro.
Yeah, you're making me hungry, and I want to take the sports show.
Bro, I hadn't eaten all day, man. I legit worked and then put on clothes and went straight to the thing, man. But the reason why I ask is because I can see Mark Vientos being their everyday third baseman. Everybody.
Yeah.
I love swag. I love swaggy, right? But if it gets us Tarek Scooble, bro, I would package Vientos and Acuna and Mauricio and one of those young pitchers, and
All their uncles.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could all go.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. I'm with you on that.
Right. Right.
I think uh, that's funny though. We had one. Um, yeah, we do need a righty with Pop, and the question mark is Swag going to bring that back? Are we going to see that out of him? And you know what? I would like to see a lot. This is just me personally. I like a lot of sturdy switch hitters.
Right.
You know, you might hit better from the right side, but you're an on base guy from the left side.
Right.
Yeah, if you're right, if they get a school. I mean, what do you think Ronnie Mauricio's fate is here?
Trade.
Now, out of all the guys, the three guys, let's call them the three guys, the three third basemen.
Yeah.
Because Acuna, I think they see as more of, well, if Simeon wasn't here, it would be a second baseman, backup second, backup short. Not a third baseman, is what I'm saying. So
he's not a major leaguer though, bro.
Yeah, he's not.
He can't. Not.
I don't know if he could even get on like some roller coasters.
Yeah, I know.
He looks a little right. He's like weird. It's like
he can't hit, bro. And the thing is why would you even waste time when you already have Jet Williams is here?
Yeah. His last name will get him some push.
Bro, that man batted 234. For a little guy, his on-base percentage was 293. Yep. For a little guy.
Yep. A guy who could most likely or should likely, let me take that back, be hitting 275, getting you nothing but singles and doubles, and leading off the game, stealing about 25 bags and 35 bags of the whole
right. Game. His speed and defense alone should have him being a 1.5 WAR player.
Yeah.
Or just speed and defense, bro.
Yeah. He's oh man. You know what?
JJ, I have a question for JJ. You mind if I ask JJ a question before we get back to this?
I asked a million.
Okay. And JJ said he hits the ball in the air too much, keep it on the ground, and he'll be better with that speed. JJ, I don't know if, and I may be wrong, right? Listen, I'm not perfect. I'm not right. I'm not correct at everything. Everything is speculation. You look at a guy, and my thing is, with his contact from the games that I watched, I probably watched 110 games last year. I watched him on Playback TV, if y'all remember Playback TV, right?
Playback TV.
Yeah, so my thing is with him, I think he's overpowered by good stuff. I think he's a terrible pitcher hitter. Like when he's facing a 6th inning reliever that has struggled in his previous start, and he'll hit a laser off that guy somewhere, right? But I can't start him, right? Because give an example. Give an example. Yeah, that's JJ. He's a 4A player, bro. Too good for AAA, but not enough to be a major leaguer, bro. He's a quadruple A player. That's exactly how I feel about him. Right now, there are others that have played second base here. I'll give you an example. When it comes to bat to ball, If you remember Jose Iglesias, like bat to ball,
OMG.
yeah, OMG, right? OMG. If there's a fastball pitcher on the mound, I trust OMG, right?
He killed it. He killed it for us in that playoff series, man. But
Right.
the curves would catch him and he would fall apart.
He would fall apart, bro. He couldn't. Yeah, yeah. Ooh.
Williams. I like Jet Williams. I like the fact that Jet can move around. That's something I like about him. With the speed. Um, I if I had to part with, if you're asking me comparably to who, do I like him in general? Yeah, he's a good talent. Would I trade him before I trade Benj? No, I would trade Ben. I would keep Benj. And right, and Jet was hurt. But that's right. That's what I'm saying, JJ. He could play the infield and center field. And we got a bunch of holes to fix on this team. Yes, Benj is going nowhere. Benj is going nowhere. He is our number one offensive, not pitching, I'm saying prospect.
Okay.
The only way I get rid of Benj, I'm sorry, and I'll
no, go ahead, bro.
the only way I get rid of Benj, and I'm saying this for real, but it would have to be very limited because that's how good I think Ben's ceiling is for Jose Ramirez. And that's because Jose Ramirez is a switch hitting 30 and 30 guy who plays third base and plays every game and hits power from both sides and is under control for 3 to 4 more years.
Right.
And if you put a guy like that in the middle of a lineup that is stacking, that's just my own personal feeling.
I feel you. I feel you, right? My thoughts on Jet Williams is going to be sad, right? Chat. Now, when I say this, this is about personal preference and not an indictment on Jet Williams. But look here. I prefer my center fielders to be big, strong arm guys. Right? Now, I know everyone has their own I like my center fielders 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", 6'4" guys. Long striders that could cover a lot of ground, especially in the gaps. And I like for them to have the sturdy base where they can make those throws out of the gaps to a cutoff man that's maybe 10 to 15 feet off the dirt. And what I mean by off the dirt is when that ball is hit in the gap, right? Your center fielder is tracking it down. I want my infielder not to be in center field catching a throw, and then my shortstop has to make another throw that has to be cut to throw to a base. Right?
Yeah, not at all. I agree with you.
And now I don't know Jet Williams' arm, and maybe he can run these balls down in the outfield and won't have to make those throws multiple times a game.
Right.
But I don't like when Brandon Nimmo, a ball is hit in left center. Brandon Nimmo beats the center fielder to the ball, and now Francisco Lindor is damn near playing left field because Brandon Nimmo has a noodle for an arm.
Like the overcooked egg noodle, like a really horrible.
Right. Like, yeah. Spaghetti.
The spaghetti, yeah.
Right.
Horrifying.
Right. And I know that's over simplifying baseball, right? But when that ball's hitting the gap, I need somebody with some burst that's gonna be strong and that's gonna get like ideally I want my center fielder to be Devon White type. Yeah, I remember Devo from the California Angels. I just said the California Angels, bro.
You said California Angels. By the way, they were the California Angels.
Yeah, I want a center fielder like what Torrey Hunter used to be.
Torrey Hunter is a good one.
Yeah, I remember Torrey Hunter in his prime. He ran down everything, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, I got one for you. The Pittsburgh Pirates version of Andy Van Slyke.
Andy Van Slyke. I got another good one back then. That whole outfield. Bonds was out there.
Yep.
And he was skinny as a noodle.
Yep. Yeah.
Like a string bean.
Right.
But he was tracking that ball down. They were all tall.
Yep. Bonilla, Van Slyke, and Bonds.
Yep.
And then they moved Bonilla to full-time third base. And you're like, bro, what are you doing over here?
Yeah. Well, he was snacking a little bit.
He was about 280 over.
Yeah, he definitely. Him and Kevin Reynolds, when they got together, they were ordering self pizzas in the thing.
Yeah, and so to the point. Now I know I sound like a baseball snob when I say that, right? Like, how dare you? You hadn't seen Jet Williams play in Citi Field yet. I know Citi Field can be cavernous. I know that, right? Definitely. I know, despite them moving the walls in like a few years ago, that place is still, man, what? Bro, like, and I know people are going to say, man, you never know, man. Shane Victorino, he could go get it, man, and he had a strong arm. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Well,
how many Shane Victorinos have you seen since then, though?
I mean, look, but we're also talking about you want a tall guy with power who could go get it, and then when he gets up at bat is not Juan Longares.
Right.
Because Juan Longares is a perfect person that you're talking about for the field.
Yeah. So he was probably too heavy. How big? He was like 6'2", like 230 something.
He was a big.
He was a big man, bro.
Yeah, big boy. One of the best. But the funny thing about him is that he was so fast in the outfield.
Right.
And probably one of the worst base runners I've ever seen.
He didn't have instincts, bro.
None. He had outfield instincts, though, which is weird.
Right. And you know who? Every time when you said his name last time, you know who he reminded me of?
Who?
Henrys Mejia. You remember the guy that kept getting popped for steroids?
Oh yeah, you remember he did it like 3 times.
He did it like 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah.
Like he didn't care about money.
Yeah. So my thing is with center field, I want it to be patrolled like Bernie Williams, except I want Bernie Williams with an arm. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's not that Bernie Williams didn't have a bad arm; he just had a slightly above average arm, right? But I want an arm like, and I know they don't exist, but I want an arm like Jesse Barfield. You remember Jesse Barfield from the Blue Jays?
Yeah.
Played right field.
I want an arm like Larry Walker.
Like Larry. Oh, the cannon, bro.
The cannon, the left field, and in Colorado, where he would go back to the corner of the wall, and the cat Andres Galarraga be at third base waiting, and he would gun it on the fly from the wall and get the fastest person out on a tag.
You remember when their outfield was Vlad, Larry Walker, and Marquise Grissom?
That's indeed I do. Yep, with the guy I said at third base.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
bro, hey Tony, there was the Montreal Expos at one point had Larry Walker, Vlad, Marquise Grissom, Delino DeShields, Andres Galarraga, and I cannot remember their shortstop. But they had so much talent, bro. That's crazy. Can you imagine those arms in the outfield, man? Because Grissom had the weaker arm of those three, but he had a decent arm, though. It wasn't like...
he had the weakest arm, but he also was the fastest runner. He
covered the most ground,
and when he got on base, he was good for 30 or 40 bags. So you can't trade that in. I'd be okay with him if he caught the ball and flipped it to Larry. Like, you throw it.
Right. The Manny principle, the Manny Ramirez principle. Manny, just catch it and don't just catch it and give it to somebody. Right?
Yo, you remember Manny threw 10 feet.
Manny threw a baseball like 10 feet to another outfielder, bro.
Yo, I just can't. I miss that baseball though.
Bro,
Oh, I miss that baseball.
Oh my gosh. Man. When I looked at just to give you some insight, I looked at Carson Bench, his fielding. So Fangraphs has his fielding at 40 out of 50, right?
Yeah.
And from 2025, every level he played at, he committed 1, 2, 3, 4. So he committed 5 errors in the outfield. Right? He had 1 double play. Right? So he had 1 double play. That means he caught out a runner tagging. You know, when a runner tags up on a fly.
He had 1 assist.
Yeah, he had 1 assist. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, JJ, you're right. Cespedes had a crazy arm too. So that's not overwhelming news.
No. It's sobering news. I'm not saying he's bad. Right? I'm just sharing the stats that we have here. That's it.
Yeah, but he is highly touted.
Maybe he's raw.
Maybe he's a raw guy. Like, maybe he's when people scout these people, I gotta remember something. I consider myself very knowledgeable.
Right.
To a high degree. I know the game. I played the game. Scouted for baseball. But the people that are watching these kids day in, day out, and if they're putting him 40 out of 50 and they're also putting him as the 3rd or 4th highest guy we got in our system,
Right.
I'm gonna leave that job to them and just believe that they know what they're talking about.
Right. Indeed.
Yep. But to go back to him, I would trade him for the right guy,
Binge.
not Ben.
Okay.
Yeah, I would trade. Even
Jet.
though he's like that, Benj. I've seen a lot of Benj uh, tape and stuff like that. Yeah, the other kid, I would trade Jet. Now Jet has a what out of 50s? You say
Jet, I think, is a Jet's numbers were Jet Williams is a 40 out of 50, but he's also 60 out of 60 speed.
60? Yeah, 60 for what?
Speed.
Whoa.
Speed. That means he's at the top of the chart for speed. So
Yeah.
if this was a video game, he might have 99, 98, 99 speed out of 100.
You know how you can make your own men on the games?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he'd be dusting everybody.
He'd be
Wow.
dusting everybody. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So his game power shows up at 40 out of 55, but his raw power is 50 out of 55. So there is a potential for him to be a slugger at his size, right? The only thing is his hit tool is listed 30 out of 40, which is good,
Right.
right?
That's not 20 out of 40. That's 2/3.
Yeah, yeah.
Three fourths.
Yeah, but what do you this is the scouting, but this is the talent folks comment about Jet Williams. Williams has an amazing power speed combo for such a short player. His defensive home is unsettled, but is likely going to be up the middle position.
And we need
him in left field.
right. We're not or well center if Ben's does. Well, yeah.
One of those guys are going to have to do left. Them and Ronnie Mauricio. Somebody's going to have to try left if we don't get an immediate solution to the questions that we have.
Yeah. I think the bench goes in left, and I would put him in center because you want your fastest guy in center. You want your guy that covers the most range in center. You want the guy. Yeah, I'm with JJ. That's why I'm with that. Yep, I would put Benjamin left. The truth is, depending on how his arm really looks in person, I may put him in right and move Soto.
I would say this, bro. Jet Williams is not a natural center fielder. So if you put him in center, he has to learn how to play center. Carson Bench is a natural, instinctive center fielder. You can actually put him out there opening day, knowing that his bat will take some time to adjust. But the defense will be there. Right? In my mind, I'm going to play Benj in center, Jet in left, kind of like what's the kid from the Brett Gardner? I'm going to have him play left as like a Brett Gardner type, and let Brett Gardner with tremendous power is basically what I'm looking at him as. For those that remember who Brett Gardner is from the
Yankees. Ball headed,
really fast, can run
fast. Yep.
Yeah. That's now and listen, when you have a blazing fast guy in left and an instinctive guy in center, that actually helps Juan Soto in right. Because the guy in left covers more ground in left. The center fielder covers more ground in center and shade it more to the right so that you can basically have your instinctive center fielder cover more. Because the thing is speed doesn't come with instincts, right? Speed doesn't come with instincts. How I know, I saw Brandon Nimmo do it for years. Like, you can run, but what can you do with that speed? Outside of leg out a double.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. There's no doubt about it. I had to get out of that sweatshirt.
Yeah, man. I got it.
Oh yeah, I kept looking at you, bro. I'm burning. I got a fan on me and everything. Especially, so I started talking about baseball, man. The blood's boiling. I'm hyped. I will say this: I'm very, very. I even though it doesn't feel, or maybe it didn't feel like we, the way we ended last year and coming into this year. You gotta remember that's last year.
Yeah.
We starting a new story, a brand new book, brand new chapter, brand new everything. I love what our farm has, and I am sold. And I've said this to you a few times, and a few other people. I believe JJ, I've said it to as well, that I'm sold that they're not going to cheap out on us completely. They're going to get a player and a pitcher. But I am 100% sold that they are going to start multiple youngsters.
Okay.
And when I say that, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
At this point, because don't forget they went back and forth down to AAA. Is Beatty and Vientos still young? Still part of that young core?
No. Vientos doesn't have any more options, so he can't go down we can't send him down anymore.
Okay. And how about Beatty?
I think Beatty has one, but Ronald Acuna has zero. So the only way we can move them is trade or designate for assignment.
Well, I don't think we're going to lose them. So that's why I think. I mean, I don't think we're going to lose them for free. Is what I mean.
Right.
So
the best case scenario for us would be Pittsburgh is willing to trade a young controllable pitcher for a bunch of young everyday players looking to prove themselves, and we would be the team to trade with them because we would have a bunch of young everyday players looking to prove themselves. We could, for not Skeens, what's the other guy? The other
Mitch Keller.
What would you give up for him?
I don't know. He's kind of running to me. He's a 3. He's a 2-3 maybe. Right. For them. For us, he's a 3. I would give him, because I don't think there's a place for Acuna anymore. Like, there's no place for him anymore. That in my mind.
For who?
For
Acuna.
Right. Acuna. Yeah.
Right.
So I would give up Ronnie Mauricio and him. And if they want one more person, I might give him somebody in the lower. Because remember, these two guys can start right away. You could slot Acuna in at second base. You could slot Ronnie in at shorter third, and they could start. They could play for you right away next year.
You know, he played right field for in AAA the year before he tore his ACL.
Yes,
he played right field. I think he played the right field in the Dominican League. And what people didn't know was, man, that dude has an arm, bro.
Yep, done.
Yeah. Now I don't know if Ronnie Mauricio has an elite arm, but what we do know is that kid at one point was listed at. When I first heard his name, he was 6'1", 150 or something. When I first heard his name years ago, right? And then all of a sudden he came back 6'3", 175. And you're like, 6'3", 175? And then I saw him this year, bro. Like, bro, when I saw Ronnie Mauricio, I was like, there's no way that man is 175, bro.
No way.
If he's 175, you and I are 175. Bro.
Yeah, I'm about to say the same thing, and you and I are 150.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
And in my mind, he reminds me of Jurickson Profile, right? Like his career arc. You know, you get signed as a super talented athletic shortstop with the speed, power, arm combination, and for one reason or another, you can't. Because the thing with Jurickson Profile is not that he was a bad player, but remember he came up with that group of Joey Gallo and all them guys that were behind Elvis Andrews and all those guys. Chat, y'all remember Elvis Andrews, right?
Elvis Andrews,
and they had the second baseman with the hair. What's the second baseman with the hair?
Elvis Andrews came up with not Texas.
He came up with Texas, bro.
Texas, right?
He came up with Texas. Him and the second baseman came up around the same time. The kid with the hair, with the power.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. Chat. I can't remember his name. It's impossible. It's impossible remembering everybody's name.
But I remember him coming up. So and Profile came up with in that
the group right after them. The group right after them. Remember that it was Jurickson Profile, Joey Gallo, and the second baseman that got punched in the face. The one with the beard.
And he got punched in his face. Yes,
the one with the beard. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I could see the whole thing. I could see him, and I could see the punch.
Yeah. But I said that.
Let's not get stuck on that. What? I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I said that to say that I think my guy has a home in baseball, but he needs to play every day. Like he's one of those guys that legit needs to get reps in order to get better.
He's not going to get that here.
Nah, he can't. Bro.
So,
yeah,
I'm trying to think like who would you put out? Who would you put out for? Like, what are you looking for right now, and who are you putting out with him?
Who would I trade for? And then what would I?
Oh, wait! Stop the presses. The dude that got punched in his face was Rougned Odor.
Yeah, Rougned Odor.
Yep, and I used to call him Rugged Odor. And I was like, his mom was mad at him, man.
Right.
His mom
Right.
and dad. Yeah,
Right.
called him rugged odor. I was like,
Right. Right. That's it. You're right. So you know the era of what I'm talking about then.
yes,
The Joey Gallo jerks and Profar.
yeah,
They had a switch hitting first baseman from South Carolina, big boy.
right. Gallo was a DH for them, or played the outfield or something like that.
Yeah, they had a catcher that wouldn't button his jersey all the way up. Remember him?
Yeah,
The guy with the jersey wide open with the bat, left-handed batter.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah.
Thought he was a tough guy. That guy.
But to your point though, the thing with Ronnie Mauricio is you have to find a home for him now, and he's got to play every day to reach his untapped potential. Will he be able to do that with the Mets? I don't think he can, because right behind him, right for coming up in 2027, you have AJ Ewing, right? You have Carson Bench, who will be here this year.
Yep.
You'll have Jet Williams that may start on the roster, may go down. You don't know.
Yeah.
Right. So you have like all these guys that are looking to graduate, but they're blocked by the guys that have graduated already.
Yeah.
Right. So in my mind,
people. Sorry, good.
I'm sorry. What I was going to say, in my mind, I don't think the Mets really need an outfielder. It'd be nice to have a veteran presence.
Yeah.
Right. Because if they don't get either outfielder, it's not like at a minimum, you can't just put Carson Bench out there and then just go get you a bat only guy to put in left until Jet Williams is ready. Right.
Right.
So the thing is, Ryan Clifford is ready right now, but remember, Ryan Clifford is more like, so he's got 60 raw power. He's got a cannon for an arm.
Yep.
He's a decent fielder, but I don't feel comfortable with him in left. I feel comfortable with him at first base.
First base and first base only.
Right, first base and first base only. But what does that do? What does that do with Mark Vientos?
I gotta give you some really bad news.
Oh boy.
Mark Vientos is a big part of a trade. He's the center of he's a partial center of your trade. I don't think he's even here. It really, really depends. Unless they find a way to make him, because something I've been hearing a lot on the radio, I don't know if anybody else heard it. I've been reading it in different places. I only go to 2 or 3 places. Vientos has been taking practice at first.
Yep.
If you don't do that and you package this, Vientos, Ronnie Mauricio, Acuna, and a couple of the young people not named, the 3 pitchers and Ewing, Ewing stole 70 bases last year. And what was the other kid too that stole it? Was it Jet? Anyway,
Jet.
Maybe it's just because his name was
Jet and AJ Ewing. So, but because here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Eli Serrano may be the center fielder of the future. Right. He may be the center fielder of the future. Right. He runs, he does everything at a base level. Like he's legitimately above average at everything. Right.
Yeah.
Above average hit tool, above average power, above average runner, above average arm, above average fielder. So when you get him, when he comes to the majors, he's going to be like a souped up version of Mark Canha. You remember when we had Mark Canha
Yep,
in left field?
sure do. He came from Oak. He was Oakland. He was then where did he go after that? He went to the Blue Jays or something. No, he went to San
Yeah,
Francisco.
yeah,
San
yeah.
Francisco. San Francisco.
Did we trade? Yeah, did we trade him to San Francisco?
Yeah, we traded him. I can't remember who. Oh, we traded him for like J.D. Davis or something like that.
Oh my god!
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, oh
Let's
my
go
god!
Mets.
All right, man.
And I like that when we first got Marcana, I liked it.
I
I thought
liked
it
him
was a good
too.
move. Because the way he moved, he played the field a little bit, like
Right.
I thought it was all right, you know.
Yeah.
Salute Raul.
Yeah. Hey, Raul, what's good, man? Let's go Mets.
Indeed.
Okay. I'm looking at Serrano right now to see. So he plays all three of the outfield spots. But Scouts believes he's a corner outfielder where okay, so yeah, so Serrano is probably he's on the way, but he's another corner outfielder, bro.
Yeah.
And so now now we're facing a log jam, basically.
Right. We have a super log jam in the corner spot
Right.
on in every corner except for right field.
Right.
And listen, right, well, I'm with you. Let's sign Tucker and trade for Scooble, but that's what we've been talking about. Kind of like we'd have to give up a ton for Scooble. I want Scooble here. So does Uncle Freezie. But if you look at what's coming from the farm system,
Right.
it's hard to make a clear-cut choice. Scooble is a rental. Now, you tell me Scooble had 2 years left on him? 2 full years. I'm not talking he's got like a possible, he could choose. No. 2 full years, I would give up way more than I would than, I'm thinking right now.
Right.
And you know what? I really think that the Mets, I think the Mets and most Mets fans are not going to understand it because they want, it's almost like Knicks fans. It's like,
Oh boy.
yeah. It's like we haven't won in so. I mean, it's damn near the same thing, man.
Right.
Except it's about a 10-year difference. You know what I mean? So it's like, we haven't won in so long. The
Right.
only thing is we went to the World Series in 15. You know, we haven't won in so long. We want what we want. We got the richest owner. Why can't we buy everybody? That's like all you hear everywhere.
Right. I'm with JJ on this one, man. If so, here's the thing. What are we looking to do here? Are we looking to win the World Series right now? Or are we looking to build a long-term sustainable winner competing for a championship every season?
I think that
If
depends on who you ask.
I know that's why I'm asking the chat, right? That's all asking to check. Because the thing is I think you and I are in the same place, right? I think you want to win now, but you also want to win later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Both of
Right.
us are greedy people. That's what we're saying.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So
But
the
good.
thing is even though I like Tarek Skubal, and you probably have at least like 5 great seasons of Tarek Skubal left. When you trade for him, you're going to have to give that man an 8-year deal somewhere
Yep.
in the neighborhood of $320 million. That man's going to want more than Max Scherzer got from the Mets, right? That man's going to want 40 plus million. I don't even, the number might be even closer to 50 million by now. I don't know. After the Juan Soto contract and
That's
after
fine.
the
Ohtani.
Vlad contract, bro, it might be closer to like 500 million,
Yep.
right? But the thing is, um, do you trade for him and pay him all that bread? He's a proven commodity, right? Like he dominates hitters. I'm looking at his 2024, 2023, 2025. I'm looking at all the numbers of the past 3 years, bro. He's proven. He's proven, bro.
Right. He built them up himself. If you look at each stack, I looked a while ago. He built up to that moment, and now I think he's going to stay at that or get better
Right.
for at least 5 years. My answer, really quick, to unless you weren't finished, to you and JJ on the highlighted comment is, what if he doesn't want to stay here? See, that's my issue. Of course, I'm with you both. I would be willing to give up almost half the damn farm for this guy. Is meant, a good haul for sure. But it might not be up to us if he stays here.
Right.
I don't even. Where is he from?
Oh, I just had his stuff up. Give me a second. I'll pull it back up.
All right, check it. Maybe he wants to get back there.
So he
And
went
if he's from
to
California,
Seattle University.
okay.
He is from, where's his bio? Okay, so it doesn't show
Okay.
his place of origin.
Let's go off the college thing. Let's just say because of college, he's from Seattle, and he sees Seattle is doing the damn thing right now by signing people, by going, you know what I'm saying, by going. They really probably wanted to like break every bone in their body after what they did at the last second with the Blue Jays. They could have made it easy, no problem last year. They could have won it, no problem last year. That's how good they were. Right. So let's say he's from there, and he comes here for all our guys, and even we win it. But if he's from, I'm gonna tell you this. If he's from California, I don't want him. I'm not giving him any money. Yep. Oh, wow. And there it is, California. And I just found it. Hayward, California, 29 years old, in his prime. The kid is 6'3", 240. Went to school in Seattle and probably grew up loving the Dodgers. Come on, stop it. Right. That conversation for school was done. He's a Dodger, right, JJ? It's over.
You think he's a man?
Yeah. Unless he's a California Angel fan.
Yeah, unless he's a California Angel fan.
It could be.
So this is so. I'm sorry if that looks a little small. I'll make it as big as I can without spamming it.
That's your guy. Oh, I thought that was Lucifer.
So Tyreek Skubal, right? So chat, if y'all don't mind, talk me off the ledge.
Wow.
If y'all don't mind, talk me off the ledge, please. Right. You remember those old movies in the 70s where the guy had to come in and talk people off the ledge? Remember when that was a thing in the old movies in the 70s or whatever? Right.
And he would like climb out just a little bit with him and he'd be holding on to the wall.
Come on, bro. It ain't that bad, bro. You remember that?
Right.
So,
right. If you knew my wife.
Right. So the reason why I'm on the ledge is I'm not on the ledge for Tyreek Skubal specifically. I'm on the ledge because I think in a year, Christian Scott is going to be better than this dude. You remember Christian Scott?
I am fully aware of how good he could be.
Right.
And I'm fully aware that he also just came off of a major surgery.
Tommy John. Right.
Right. So I'm not as I want to see. Do I want him to be better than him? Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, it's super high on him. That's his guy.
So I have 3 prospects that I'm super high on, right?
Yeah.
Christian Scott.
Yeah.
Jonah Tong.
Loves Tong.
Yeah, I love some Jonah Tong. I ain't gonna lie.
That's your favorite, I think.
Christian Scott is actually my favorite, but Jonah Tong. Yeah. Right. And this kid, Ryan Clifford, he's being compared to Lucas Duda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully
I like Clifford. I like Clifford at first base. Now, amongst the young guys, I love Beatty. I love Vientos. I really don't like Acuna. Right. And I love Mauricio. Though I don't think Mauricio is going to be an infielder too much longer. I think Mauricio, he's too big to be an infielder. He's going to be like the guy that used to play shortstop for Pittsburgh. Remember the guy that used to play shortstop for Pittsburgh?
Yep.
The 6'8" guy.
Yep.
I think they're both wound up being in the outfield, bro.
What's that guy's name? O'Neal Cruz or something? No.
O'Neal Cruz. Yeah.
I'm Italian. It's O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, I think Mauricio is going to be too long and rangy. It's just going to feel weird on the infield.
And he's gonna be stuck in left field, or he's gonna be stuck at the DH position, depending on what they're gonna do with him. I think Brian Mauricio, if you ever seen him swinging at a curveball or a slider,
you legit want to take your eyeballs out and rinse them off,
right,
and then put them back in. You wish you hadn't seen it before?
Yeah, it looks like, y'all remember playing wiffle ball, and you could do anything with if you put your fingers like this, and you threw that thing, it would go. Yeah, and then the guy who swung at it looked like a fool. He almost corkscrewed all the way into the ground.
That used to be me.
I was the pitcher. I would tell you something like that, but I struck out plenty of times. We used to play that every year in the backyard. I had this huge backyard when we moved out to Long Island on the edge of Queens.
Shout out Long Island.
We played.
You talking about Inwood? You talking about Inwood?
I lived close to there.
Okay.
But more
west of South Rock.
So that's the edge of Queens right there, Inwood. So I was south, a little more east.
Okay.
Yeah, but not the 5 towns, a little more east.
Okay.
Kind of close to the Hempstead.
Right.
Like in that area, whatever.
Okay.
Freeport. Nah, damn sure forgot what I was talking about. That's an old moment right there. Oh, we used to have we used to play wiffle ball in the backyard, and my parents moved us out. Got this old, tall, skinny house. The yard was humongous, and we would play the backyard fence was far, and the old people behind us had like vines and stuff that came across the back of our thing and made it look like Wrigley Field.
Right.
I'll never forget it, man. We played all day, all night. We built with PVC piping, lights for nighttime, and
wow.
Yeah. Oh man, that was the best time of my life. But getting back on track, stay tuned for next time when we talk about when we were 10. But for this time, when we talk about Ronnie Mauricio getting up there and looking like he's missing a wiffle ball, I think if he doesn't get down hitting the off-speed pitch, he's in trouble, period. And if he doesn't get a position, if he profiles it or whatever,
right?
Yeah, because he has power. He when he gets a hold, when he gets a hold of it. I don't know if you remember the first home run he hit, or maybe it was the second one. It was like 460. It was ridiculous.
It was a fastball that was supposed to slide inside and didn't.
Right.
And he snatched that thing to right, and you were like, "What the?
What the?" But right. It was a Darryl Strawberry moment. He hit no, not even Darryl. Darryl had long swings. He hit that. It was like a Barry Bonds moment. Like he was like, pong, short swing, just short. Wow.
If we can see, the thing is, if we can keep him in straight to the, I can't say short because his arms are so long, but I understand what you're saying.
Right.
You're talking about compact swing straight to the baseball. Yep. None of that looping, getting to the, none of that. Just switching those hips. Like ideally for power hitters, you want them to switch those hips and have those hands coming through, so you hit that ball with your body and not with your hands. Right?
Exactly. Because the best hit in baseball is straight up the middle line drives.
Right. You want to drive off that back foot. That's why they dig that. And for those that don't know baseball, it's the reason why you kind of dig in that hole with your back foot. You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of get in the box and be ready to kind of, when that pitch comes, you can switch your hips, turn your hips like that, but it starts off that back foot and keeping that bat head through the zone. So regardless if something flies open or if the pitch is not quite what you expected, since you're switching those hips and you're on an even plane, whether that ball is high or low, all you have to do is have your hands meet the ball on that plane, right? So you won't be leaning out in front and say it's a fastball, then you have to move back, or say you want to just be on plane with the ball. Like, so say it's a off-speed pitch you didn't know, right? But you still flipping those hips and coming through. Now, if that ball is lower and not as fast as what you expected, you can still keep your hands on plane and drive that ball, hit it hard somewhere. Right. Because the worst thing you want to do is have weak contact. Weak contact, I don't care how big and strong you are. If you hit the ball 30% of whatever, that ball's not going anywhere. And especially with runners in scoring position, or especially the leadoff inning, the last thing you want to do is have weak contact to make a bad out.
That's right.
Right.
Unless you're in Yankee Stadium.
Right. And so for Ronnie Mauricio, for Mauricio, the thing with him is not that he doesn't have raw power. He has as much raw power as Brett Beatty, Mark Vientos, and Francisco Alvarez. Right? Maybe more than Brett Beatty. But Brett Beatty hit the fastest pitch, had the highest exit velo of any Met during the season that one time.
And he's got a beautiful swing.
Yeah, he's got a beautiful left-handed swing, right? But the thing is, if you're Mauricio, and you have a power bat, but they know you have a power bat, and they want to throw you junk. Take the pitch.
Yeah, he doesn't.
You
know
don't
how
have to
do
swing
that.
at everything, bro. It's not like you're Vientos and you get to first base and somebody's got to hit the ball damn near out the park for you to score. Mauricio is an athlete.
Yeah, he can move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's my thing with Mauricio. The fact that we know the raw power is there, the contact is not there, right? Because his approach at the plate has not always been there, right? But the thing about that is the guy that had all of their the guy that had them crushing baseballs in AAA is now their everyday batting coach.
Yep, that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah, so now hopefully the effects of that guy, the guy that kept turning around Mark Vientos will go down, AAA, guy get him right, Vientos will come back. Same thing with Alvarez. Guy will be struggling, send him down, AAA coach get him right, send him back. Now he's there every day. Right?
Yep, every day.
Hey, and JJ, that the one you're talking about, that's the one I'm talking about. The one that was supposed to come back inside, and he snatched that junk in the water.
And you remember that series was super important because we were in a mission. We had won a bunch, I believe, at the time, and then we lost a bunch.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I remember that home run being like
huge,
incredibly important.
Right. And I think it was on Sunday Night Baseball.
It was definitely a night game on Channel 5 on Sunday Night Baseball, no doubt about it, brother. Yep. In San Fran. Yep. And that carried over, and I think we went to San Diego and we beat them. Yep. And then we came back home. But again, I'm not going backwards. He definitely has that power. And he could put it in the bay.
Right.
And I saw him hit another one where he hit the bridge almost. The Shea Bridge. But he's got to learn plate discipline.
That's the word I was looking for. Yeah.
Plate discipline. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about it before when you were saying that, and I was like, "What is it?"
How comfortable with you are with just signing Kyle Tucker
and no other what? Anybody's or no other hitters?
No other lineup improvement. No outside improvement.
All right, so I'm gonna say something a little bit crazy because I'm big on Kyle Tucker. I think that Tucker was one of the best hitters in Houston.
Right.
But he's also been injured a few times.
Yep.
And he was surrounded by other really powerful people like Jordan and stuff like that. I think I would be more, as much as I want Kyle Tucker on this team, and I really, really do, I would prefer 2 or 3. Like, what's Kyle Tucker? Let's go. Is he a superstar? I mean, for 3 years straight, he hit like 40 home runs, right? Something like that. I know he was a beast over there in Houston.
Right.
So he is he going to be? I mean, is his asking price going to be 600 million? Like, I would have preferred. I mean, I was really hoping for Vladdy Guerrero Jr. But that's a different story. To answer um, your question. Um,
I'm searching. I'm searching for Kyle Tucker stats right now. That's why I'm.
okay,
And for the chat, you keep seeing me disappear. I have multiple screens, so I'm researching and stuff at the same time. So pardon me. So
yeah, I'm last year, if I'm not mistaken, he missed if I'm right, he missed. Didn't he have the most home runs he ever hit was 30? He didn't have 41. Was that Jordan? All right. I know he was a big addition to that lineup in Houston. But last year I think he hit 17 or 22 home runs, I think. So I'm sorry about that. 22 home runs, I believe. And he had a calf problem. He was out with a calf injury. So my answer to that is no. I'm not comfortable with it. That's my final answer. Just Tucker and nobody else? No.
okay.
And how about you?
This is gonna sound crazy, bro. I think you can get home runs from anybody. I don't think you can get home runs in average from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And he hits for average and for power.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It does.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
I'm looking for him right now. Hold on.
I will say this though. I think that this particular team, you're also talking about giving a compensation pick.
And I don't want to do that.
And I definitely don't want to do that at all. And you're talking about coming off of an injury. So I'm going to have to say no. Now, if you told me Kyle Tucker and let me think of a guy. Kyle Tucker and we made a trade for
Christian Walker.
You read my mind. I was definitely going first base. I was going to go Yande Diaz. That's who I was going to go, but I was going first base. Yande Diaz is going to be cheaper. He's available. He's tied to the Mets for a very long time, and he's righty. So is Walker. So the problem with Diaz is that Diaz doesn't strike out over 100 times. He actually strikeouts. He's never struck out over 100 times.
Right. Right.
but he's played X amount of games. 25 home runs last year, 83 RBIs. He has no speed whatsoever,
Right.
and
Who
that's
does
great
Diaz play for right now?
for Tampa Bay.
Okay.
If wow, if that's true, listen to this. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
He started with Cleveland, and then he went to Tampa. His batting average has always been 300. He he's 260. Last year was 300 with 25 home runs and 83 RBIs. The year before, 281, right? 14 home runs, 65 RBIs, 22 home runs, 78 RBIs, and that year he hit 330.
Yep. And missed about 25 games when he did that.
Right, and he missed, yes, and he missed 25 games, and that's with missing games. So, and it seems though that ever since the COVID years, he's missed about 20 games per year, except for the last 2 years, which is nice to see, which means he's getting back on track.
Right.
He has no speed whatsoever,
Right.
but
So you have to bat him fifth.
I would bat him fifth. I want to tell you something also. I know this is going to sound crazy, but if you picked up Tucker and traded for Diaz, and we brought up that's tough. Because we need speed. We have two guys who are going to steal 30. How about Bellinger and because he steals too, but he was injured. See, Bellinger could play center field.
I love Bellinger in left field to be great, elite defense in left field. You take the wear and tear off his legs to keep him healthy, and then his bat picks up in City Field.
You put you start benching the in center field in the first.
Yep,
In the
platoon
first
him
game.
and platoon him and Jet Williams.
Okay, and then you also and then you go out and get Yandy Diaz to play first base, and that way
Right.
Polanco could play DH full time.
Yeah, yeah. And here,
Oh, I'm starting to feel it.
but here's the thing: what are you giving up for Yandy Diaz? You know, the Rays don't play.
Yeah, but apparently they're ready to get rid of him. From what I'm understanding, and I don't know if because anybody knows in the chat, Yanni Diaz, we could probably get like one prospect and one of the older kids for Yanni Diaz. This is what I've heard many times. So let me ask you a question. They come to you, they say Ronnie Mauricio and depends on the team. I think they're gonna want that team's going through so much stuff. You got a guy who's going through like what's his face is going to court for like statutory.
Yeah, he's gone forever, bro.
Yeah, he's out of here. So they're like, and they go. I think they're trying to get a new home or rebuild their stadium. They want to get younger. Yanni Diaz is 32 years old. You getting him for 2, 3 more years? Get him.
Nah, bro. He'll be 35 August 8th.
Yeah, but how many years do we have left for him before we get a what's his face up here?
Ryan Clifford.
Yeah. So I take him.
I think the trade. This would be as fair as you can possibly be.
I want to hear yours. I just picked one in my mind.
I'm giving them David Peterson and Mark Vientos.
How much is okay? See, this is where I need to go to the calculator. Not that it matters as much in baseball like it does whatchamacallit.
David Peterson is cheap, $8 million, and Mark Vientos is not even arbitration eligible yet.
What about Sean and I?
I think Sean Manaea
Yeah.
is as dependable a number 3 starter as you can possibly beg for.
I'm not as high up on him anymore. I just like the injury. You got to when the pitcher has an injury, and the older they get, it's tough. I agree. Also, I think they are more interested in Bellinger, and he can play first base. But would you want Bellinger to play first base and then switch everything we just said and go out and get an outfielder? Because I'm telling you right now, I like the Yandy Diaz talk and I like the Christian Walker talk. The Bellinger in left field talk.
Let me bend your ear on something.
But do you like that talk too? Either first baseman, Bellinger. But bend the ear.
I think there is a cascading effect. If your outfield is Kyle Tucker and say Bellinger or say Benj, or remember Kyle Tucker is an above is a league average defender. If you change his position, he may become a below average defender in left. Right. So that means you have a below average defender in right, a below average defender in left, with a young center fielder. Right?
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. The lineup would be bananas. But your bullpen will go through the same thing they went through this year.
Yeah, I hear you.
Right?
Yeah, I hear you.
You would want to get defense in the outfield, defense on the dirt, with consistent offense. That way your bullpen won't be taxed all the time. And now your starting pitchers won't get worn down over the course of a season. Because they have to complement each other. Because if you go all offense, then you'll tax your bullpen, then tax your starting pitching, and it'll have the cascading effect. Now your starting pitchers are starting to get hurt because you're pitching them in too many stressful innings. Right?
Yeah.
So I like the Kyle Tucker idea, but I feel like you have to shore up the defense.
So
I don't know. I'll search. I'll search Yandy Diaz's. I'll search his. I'll search Yandy Diaz's defense. Right.
how good is his defense at first base?
Right.
Solid.
He's solid at first.
Yes.
He excels at making good feeds to the pitcher and handling plays with good reaction time.
Yep.
Though he was once a highly touted third baseman, however, his offense significantly outweighs his glove, and he sometimes dips in defensive metrics like runs saved. He's capable of making impressive plays, including diving and basket catches.
Yeah, I seen him made a crazy play one time. It was like maybe 2 years ago. First us.
Because the thing is,
diving out of bounds.
Ultimately, what's the point in not signing Pete back if you're not going to improve your defense? What's the point of trading Nemo if you're not going to improve your defense?
Yeah. Or improve anything in some sort of area. And with Pete, you can't really say, well, we're going out there and we're going to improve our home runs.
Right.
We're going to improve our RBIs.
Right.
We're not doing that with Pete.
So if you're just going with solid defense and left and solid defense at first, you could have kept Nemo and Pete.
Yeah, but they would, yes and no, because Pete was getting better. He was Diaz is definitely a better first baseman than him.
Yeah,
definitely a better hands, better first baseman than he is. Pete was getting better. I think Pete. I like the fact that Pete was so big, so tall, such a big dude. First baseman, you want your first baseman to be gigantic. That way,
right.
If you throw it, you like it sailing into the stands, and he still get you out somehow. It seemed like Pete was doing that. He was kind of subpar. Like I would say middle of the road. If it was out of 60, I would give him at first base 40, 45 tops. Out of 60. Okay. Yeah. Diaz, I'm giving a solid 50. So that's improvement right there. And if he hits 25 home runs, gets you 90 RBIs, then I'm okay with that because you improved on your defense. Now you're talking about and they're getting older. We're getting older too at that. We're getting younger with some of the kids, but we're getting older on that side. So then you'll have an improved first base with defense, improved second base with Simeon. You'll have which is a Gold Glover. Then you have a Gold Glover shortstop with Lindor, and then Beatty, who I think is going to show us this year that he's going to own third base for years to come.
Agreed.
So I think that all that's an improvement.
I'll tell you what. Let me do this. I'm gonna pull something up, right? And just bear with me because I wanna.
Okay. I just want to grab a quick drink.
Okay.
And this break is brought to you by the Mets.
bear with me for just a moment. I'm coming to everybody.
I want to say something about a team that I'm highly interested, a player I'm highly interested in, and I wonder if where he would fit in and if he could, because he's such an athlete. And I'm also wondering if they're willing to get rid of him. How many other people are they willing to get rid of? And as of right now, it doesn't seem like we have a position for him. I wonder if he can learn left field. But I like Ketel Marte a lot. But I also like Corbin Carroll a lot. Corbin Carroll in the outfield is a monster. And he steals mad bases. Okay. You messed me up for a minute. I thought you were doing a starting lineup. I'm like, yo, Alvarez is not leaving.
So you see the slots, right? Now tell me who you want in these positions here, and then we can project the lineup over on the other side.
Okay.
So who's your catcher?
Alvarez.
All right. Who's your first baseman? Who do you want?
At first base, I want anybody other than Polanco.
No, your dream scenario. Like who do you want? You want Yandy Diaz?
Look, you could definitely pencil me in for Lindor while you're at it.
Okay.
Simeon. Let me just take a peek at something really quick. I mean, this guy's a 300 hitter, and he hits power. Not the greatest of power, but let me see.
Chat, y'all can join in too. Tell us how do we feel? How do we feel in this opening day lineup?
This guy strikes out a lot and very low, but has a lot of power. So Christian Walker is a 230, 250 hitter. Strikes out last year 177 times. Yandy doesn't strike out, but he hit 27 home runs, 26, 33. See, I want to tell you like any names, but I want to be realistic too, right? Like who can we actually get?
Who we can actually get is the question.
Mm-hmm. All right, you know what? So you want me to stick with the ones that you've done already? Okay, so let's do.
No, I want you to tell me who you want so we can look at it.
Okay. Jorge Polanco, DH.
All right.
All right. I'm taking Bellinger.
Where?
I'm gonna put Bellinger in left field.
Okay. Who's your third baseman?
Baby? Same as yours. Yep.
Baby. Okay.
Yep. And in center field, I'm putting Bench.
And your first baseman.
I'm gonna have. I like his. Let me see what power we have here. We have who hits for power here. Lindor hits for power here. Soto hits for power here. Yep. Polanco could get more than 25. Alvarez could get more than 20. Beatty could get about 20. Simeon might get another huge year. The reason why I'm asking that is the difference between Walker or Diaz. Diaz seems to be. Now, was Walker a Gold Glover at any point?
I think he's good at. I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah, if you don't mind, just really checking that really quick. Damn, I didn't realize that.
So Christian Walker's defense is historically excellent, earning him multiple Gold Gloves and praise as one of MLB's best first basemen, known for his range and ability to save runs. Though recent reports indicate that a significant dip in his metrics, with some suggesting a decline in elite status after moving to the Astros in 2025.
Yeah. So that's what I thought. I thought that in his younger years he was a elite first baseman, but I didn't realize he was elite all the way up until about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
No, just 2025.
So then just 1 year.
1 year, yeah.
He had one dip and it could go right back.
Yeah.
But he hits 230, but he also hits 30 home runs and 90 RBIs. While Diaz hits 300 and may get you 20, 25 home runs.
Right. Right.
That's very difficult because the other, like in our lineup right here, we'll say that who's going to hit for average in that lineup right there. Lindor maybe, Soto maybe, Polanco. I gotta go for average on this one. I'm going Diaz. We need the average guy to get on base. Though I think the answer is Christian, I'm going to go with Diaz because we need people to get on base.
Okay. All right. Now, with that said, how do you build a lineup with these guys?
Uh, with that said, how fast is Benj?
He's got good speed.
He doesn't have like the same speed Jet and them have, right? Didn't he have? I think he had like 20 stolen bases, 17 bases.
Yeah, he's faster than he's faster than Harrison Bader.
Oh, Harrison Bader. You know what? I didn't think about him. Okay, I'm sick with where we are. Um, I think you lead off. You lead off. He's faster than Harrison Bader, who was pretty quick.
Yep.
If he's faster than Harrison Bader, that's a lot of pressure to put on a first year player. You're batting first.
Right.
Right? You agree?
Yeah, I'm not batting him lead off.
No. Marcus Simeon first.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna go Marcus Simeon.
Yep.
I have a sticky keyboard, bro. My bad.
Don't worry.
And Marcus Simeon bats left or right?
Marcus Simeon's a right-handed hitter.
Okay.
And JJ's telling us that Bench has 22 steals in the minors last year alone.
Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't mean he's fast though. It just means he's good at stealing bases. Like Juan Soto stole a lot of bases too. But he's not fast.
Nope. That Richardson thing is a killer. Oh.
Benj has speed, right? But remember when we did the Benj Jet Williams comparison, there was no comparison.
Right. One was like 70 out of 60, right? Jet.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would like Jet up here too. I mean, I just don't think that they're going to bring Jet up before Benj. And that's why I want to be realistic about it.
Okay.
I would put Jet in my when Jet gets up here, he's your leadoff hitter. That's what I think.
Okay.
But look, I'm gonna go Simeon. I'm gonna go Simeon. Soto.
Ooh, Soto. You want Soto?
I was thinking of Soto at fourth, but Soto's been stealing bases, so Soto. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Who's batting third?
Lindor.
Ooh, this is slick. I see what you're doing here.
Mm-hmm.
So who's batting fourth?
Bellinger.
Is Bellinger a lefty?
Yep.
All right. So who's batting fifth?
And these could be interchangeable too. That's great.
Yeah.
All right. So because on a right-handed pitcher, I would switch to different people. You know what? I'm starting to think a little. I messed up a little bit because Diaz is a average hitter, right? He hits for average.
Yep.
All right. Would it kill you if I asked you to put Diaz in the 2 hole?
Shit. I hope not.
Yeah, me too.
Right. Right.
All right,
And
then
Diaz is a righty.
righty. Okay.
Okay.
All right, that switches a lot of things around for me. Um. Okay, so then I still would do Marcus Simeon, but maybe now I would do Lindor. But we need a right-handed hitter that has power up that way. So then in Lindor's spot, I'm putting Soto.
Okay. So I'm gonna have. So I'm gonna give you. So I'm gonna do a lineup also. I'm gonna have your. So you are gonna be the blue lineup,
All right,
right?
all right.
And then
You could be the orange.
I'll be the orange lineup.
Oh, yeah, that's dope. That's good.
All right. And so I'm just gonna copy this. Copy it. Put it here. Paste it
Beautiful.
there. And then I'm gonna change this to orange for me. That'll give you some time to think about your lineup. If you need time, I mean.
Yeah. No, I'm kind of rocking through it right now. I wanna.
All right, so Simeon, Diaz,
Soda.
Soto. Ooh.
Yep.
Okay.
Lindor.
Lindor is your cleanup hitter.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Who's batting fifth?
I'm gonna put Bellinger behind him.
Yo, Lamar Jackson in the building. Salute. Slow burner. What's good? Hey, listen. I feel you. I'm not. Hey, listen. I'm not angry at the comment. Trust me, we're frustrated.
Yeah.
I should change my screen name. I should change Mets fans' screen name to Slow Burner because that's what we experienced.
I want to talk so much trash. My brother-in-law's a Toronto fan. He recently, my sister recently got married to a Canadian.
Oh, Canadian.
Um, he was at that game. Actually, the one you lost at the last game. Yeah, he was there. And he was super excited and all happy and sending me videos and oh God. Sorry. That must have slow burned. So but welcome, brother. Everybody's welcome.
Yeah, welcome to the chat, man. So
Absolutely, man.
Hey, and Slow Burner, consider subscribing. Bro, we just talk baseball, man. We're like baseball guys.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we just love grass and listen, grass, dirt, leather, wood, right? Pine tar. We like that stuff. I black.
Yep.
We like that, bro.
Yep. A little chewing tobacco.
Yeah, I've been known to partake.
I have the craziest story. I thought I was the coolest kid ever, but let me do this first. I'll tell you that later.
I think we're gonna tell the same story. I can guarantee you, bro.
Yep. If yours has anything to do with it. Anyway, we'll save it. All right. So after that, I'm gonna put Bellinger behind him to fortify him in power and speed as well. That's a fast middle of your lineup right there with power.
Yeah.
May have to move other people around, but for now, that's what I'm gonna stick with. All right. At that point, I'm really hoping Alvarez has, but now I'm looking at Polanco. I was listening to somebody today, and they said if Polanco, and they're big time Mets people, is your top three hitters, then you had a horrible offseason.
Right. Yeah.
So I think Polanco being a switch hitter. Hold on, Beatty's a lefty, Alvarez is a righty,
Righty. Yeah.
and Benj is a lefty, right?
I think he's a righty. I think I'll go back though. I'll double
All
check.
right. I thought Jet was a righty and Benj was a lefty, but yep.
Yeah, he's a lefty. He's a lefty that throws right.
Okay, right. That's what. Right. Okay, it's right. Throws righty, but he's a lefty. Okay, great. So then, in that case, in this particular lineup, until he's proven, number 9 for sure is going to be Bench because he needs to prove himself. And I think that's fair until he proves himself, and then when he does, then he'll move.
Right.
So then after Bellinger, I'm gonna put Alvarez. Polanco. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry about that. Put Polanco there. I'm sorry about that. Switch hitter, right?
I think so.
Yep. Yeah. And then I'm gonna go Beatty, Alvarez, Benj. And I just legitimately made a right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left lineup.
Ooh.
See that I did there? Now I could have put Alvarez with a little bit more power and pop, but I like that. For some reason, I like that a lot. Okay, Simeon Soto, Lindor.
All right. Man, this is a great lineup, bro.
Thank you, brother.
This is a great lineup. I don't know if I can top it, and I'm not gonna try to top it. I'm just gonna do out of respect because everybody has their own opinion, right? So I'm not
Yeah, it's
in the
for
business
fun.
of topping, right?
Right.
But what I'll do though is this. I want a batter. I want a leadoff batter that's gonna work pitchers and set the tone.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go Lindor as my leadoff guy. Right.
Not bad. He's been there. He's fast.
Right. So now here is where things get dicey, right? Because I want to go Juan Soto here, right, in the 2 hole, because I want a pitcher to be threatened for the next 4 batters. Right.
Right. Remember, I had him there for a minute, and I was like, you know what? I want somebody on base in front of him, but that's fine. I'm listening.
Right. So now here is where things are going to look a little strange, but there is only going to look strange in that I don't feel like you bring in a guy to be here. I'm going to do right here. I want Yandy Diaz because I want the average, and I want a contact hitter behind Soto.
Yep.
Right. I don't want a guy that's going to strike out behind Soto.
Definitely.
I legit want you to pitch to Juan Soto because the guy behind him is going to be dangerous.
Right.
Here's where things are gonna get a little weird, right?
Right. I was close to doing that too, by the way, having Yonde hit third and whoever, my lineup for. But that's a good call.
Right. Right. So, all right. So now I'm gonna add Cody Bellinger here.
Mm. Mm.
And for the record, this is the same place I would have had Kyle Tucker, by the way, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Me too.
Now, who in this lineup, who left is the best bat where I can protect Cody Bellinger? Right? That's easy.
Yeah.
Right? Jorge Polanco.
Okay.
Switch, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Now, out of respect for a veteran, I'd like to I don't want my veterans to feel like we're casting them away.
Be salty.
Right. So I'll add Marcus Semien here 6th because I think chemistry matters.
And let's not forget, he hit 49 a couple years ago, or last year, whatever the year was, and so he still has pop.
Right now, but here is where things will get strange. Right, I'm adding Carson Bench 7th. Right, not because I don't have faith in Beatty and Alvarez. Right, but because I have faith in Beatty and Alvarez.
Makes sense.
So I'm gonna do this, or you know what? I'm sorry. I'm gonna do.
That's what I thought you were gonna do.
Yeah, this is my keyboard keeps sticking to the. So Francisco Alvarez will be here, and Brett Beatty will be your unexpected, sneaky 9-hole hitter. Now, I didn't intentionally go left, right. I didn't intentionally do that, right? The reason why, I don't have my camera on. The reason why I have Alvarez and Beatty here is because I want to have ducks on a pond when Lindor and Soto come up. I can't trust Carson Bench to get on base with Soto and with Lindor and Soto coming up. I want proven major league bats in that 8 and 9 spot that are going to work the pitcher and extend innings to give Lindor, Soto, and Diaz more attempts. If I put Bench here, with 2 outs, right? Say it's 2 outs, top of the 4th, right? Okay. We know the landmark for most starting pitchers is to complete 5 innings, right?
Yep.
So in order to beat them to the punch, I'm gonna do the old 1990s Cleveland Indians style approach. You remember Paul Sorrento from the Cleveland Indians?
I probably could remember up to the 1910s. Paul Sorrento. Yeah, I remember that team. Was that the Manny Ramirez team?
That was that team had Manny. That's the team that had Jim Thome batting 9th.
And Joey Albert Bell
batting 4th.
Yeah, who should be in the Hall of Fame.
Right. Remember the first 5 batters of their lineup was Kenny Lofton.
Yep.
Carlos Baerga.
One of my favorites.
Albert Bell. Manny Ramirez. Remember that? That was their top 4.
Yep.
Right. So I'm taking their approach. I'm taking the Bash Brothers approach here. I don't want the opposing pitcher, to even have to breathe right? I
Yeah.
want every bat in the lineup to make. The only thing is I don't want Carson Bench in front of Lindor, right? I'm basically banking on the fact that you have to pitch to Alvarez because Beatty and Lindor are on deck and in the hole behind him.
I mean, it definitely makes sense. In
Now,
my scenario, Simeon's behind him with Yandy Diaz, so both people could get on base.
right.
But yeah, I hear you.
But
I mean, I see it.
but that's my philosophy though. My philosophy is your lineup. I want to go with the softball lineup. I want killers throughout, right?
Yeah.
Yo, Kevin is in the building. Salute, my guy.
Yeah.
Salute. And so
Yo, JJ, we fighting. I balance it out too. Don't call me ever again in life. Yeah.
right,
Yo.
right,
Salute.
right.
Salute.
So the thing is, so my thing is you're gonna be rock solid 1 through 6, right?
Yep.
If that don't get you a run, at least a run and a runner in scoring position, then we have to reconsider the Jorge Polanco, Cody Bellinger thing. I think 1 through 6 gets you a run and a runner in scoring position, a runner on base at a minimum.
Yep.
The Carson Benz thing, he hasn't seen enough major league pitching for me to have him bat in front of Lindor. I don't want Lindor batting with nobody on base. It's too difficult for him to drive in runs, right? We know he can hit.
Listen, I agree. I don't disagree with you at all in that particular area. Where I think my problem is that Benj, like the other two young men above him, or in your case below, right?
Right.
But
let me finish the thing I was going to tell you.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Orange, and blue. Look at
Right. So the reason why I also like Beatty and Alvarez in front of Lindor is because Beatty and Alvarez are skilled base runners at this level. They're skilled base runners at this level. Alvarez, to be a catcher, can run, brother.
Yeah,
Alvarez can run to be a catcher. Beatty is a very good base runner, right? So when I mention that I'd like to have them batting 8th or 9th, it's not that I want to take at bats from them. It's quite the opposite. I want, instead of them having average at bats and then make their way to 600 at bats, I want these innings to be extended and work the opposing pitcher, right? So in a classic sense, they get less at bats because the guys before them will get more at bats, but they'll make more outs, right? At the same time, Juan Soto is the most selective batter you've probably ever seen, right? Like legitimately, how are you gonna walk Juan Soto to get to Yandy Diaz, Cody Bellinger, and Jorge Polanco?
No doubt.
Now here's the tricky part to the lineup, and I'm glad you made this lineup. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys in this lineup can get you 20 home runs. Chat, y'all heard what I just said?
Yep.
I count a lineup that can get you 8 guys for sure that can get you 20 home runs. Right? If Carson Benz gets you somewhere between 12 and 18, that's fantastic. He's a rookie. You don't expect him to set the world on fire. Now, here's the thing. Like what Kevin said, right? There may be some thump missing, and we're talking about lightning in the bottle power, right? We're talking about a guy in a great season that can hit you 55 home runs. I don't think we have that guy in this lineup.
No. But
what we do have though is a lineup of 1, 2, 3, for 5 guys that can bat 275.
That's correct.
So you have about 5 guys that can bat 275. And then you have
1, 2,
one,
3.
2, 3.
Yep.
You have 3 guys in this lineup that can steal you 20 to 30 bases.
Yep.
Right. So
Maybe
I'm gonna count Semien. I don't know if the old man legs can still do it. Can get you 20 stolen bases. I know Soto can do it. I know Lindor can do it. Right. I'm counting on Bellinger to get you 20 to 30 stolen bases. So not only are you hitting for average, you're also getting power that's spread out through the lineup, but also hit for a higher average.
Right.
Hey, Kevin, I have him in the DH mix, right? I have Vientos rotating between first base and DH. Right?
Yeah. That's if he's still here.
That's if he's still here. That's if we didn't give him up in the Yandy Diaz trade.
Yeah. And the reason why I went with Kev, right? You had literally just missed before he put this up all the talks about, and you could replay it to check that part out. But about like who is realistic to go after, who's been talked to about going after, and then we made up our lineups. With Tucker coming off of an injury, and that if you go out and get Tucker, you probably can't go out and get anybody else. Right. You know. So the thoughts was when I checked out Yandy Diaz. Yandy is a 300 hitter.
Right.
But he's a 25 maximum home run guy. And Joe, don't get me started with that, Joe, because that changes everything.
That changes everything.
Everything.
Is Suarez a free agent?
Yes. Yes.
That's my guy then.
Yeah, I've been for weeks. I couldn't even speak English just now. I just literally babbled. That's how excited I got.
That's where we're from. Chat, that's where we're from. We're from a place called Babylon.
Yeah,
because we babble on and on.
I'm literally on the Babylon line on my way back. All right, so let me explain my lineup. My lineup, I was very torn. I like your first 2 guys. Obviously, there's a reason they were proven to be able to do that. I was torn, if believe it or not, of putting either Lindor or Bellinger as my leadoff. Bellinger is a 270 hitter, right? Ish. But he steals about 20 bags, 14 bags, 13 bags.
He's a 2020 potential guy. He's definitely 2020 potential.
Yeah, but I like I like exactly where he is, and apparently we both realize he should be in that area.
Right.
So I put Semien in there because I was looking around at the whatchamacallit, at the people over there, and I was thinking about who would be best suited for that. This guy has had a great career, has speed, hits home runs. He had a bad year last year with 15 home runs. Before that, it was 23, 29, 26, 45. And he's a con, and he plays well. He steals bags 11, 14, 25, 15. So, and he doesn't get caught stealing.
Right.
Only in 2022, when he had 25, he got caught 8 times. Besides that, he's only got caught 3 times, the highest since the 2020 era. Before that, he had to work on it. So I like him in that role. He's basically a 250 hitter, 260 hitter. But I couldn't put Yandy Diaz there, which I would really have liked to, because he's a 300 hitter. You want somebody who gets on bag no matter what. Yeah. But the only thing he steals is a hot chimney, right, Kev?
Right.
So, I like Simeon there. He's a pro. He knows whatchamacallit. He knows how to get on whatever. If needed, Diaz gets him over on gets him over on a bunt, gets him over on a double, gets him over on a single. Now you're talking about 2 ducks on the pond in front of Soto.
Yeah.
Or at least one, because one of the guys hits 300 and the other guy is, give or take, 260 lifetime. And both can hit home runs, but only one runs fast. But if Diaz gets a double, doesn't really matter. Soto's going to drill it out to someplace to get him home.
Right.
Soto steals. Lindor is great with slapping it the other way, pulling it down the line, hitting home runs. We got speed back to back, having a switch hitter there. So I went right. Most pitchers are righties.
Yep.
Okay. So I went right. Power hitting, our power hitters left. Yep. If the pitcher is righty.
Yeah.
That's why I put him 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Including Polanco, who could get you maybe almost 30. That's another left if it's a right-handed hitter.
Yeah.
Pitcher, pardon me. Then coming off of that, I put Brett Beatty, because I think Brett Beatty right now, because Alvarez's injuries and stuff like that, has a little more protection for Polanco and the rest of the company.
Right.
And I think it would do something for him to be like, there could be 3 people on every time he gets up.
Bro, right.
Every time he gets up, there could be at least 3 people there. There could be, there might be 5 people on.
Hey, man, 6 people on.
There's 6 people on. So
2 people on each bag.
That's right.
Yo, Blade is in the building. Okay, Blade, I see you.
All right. Salute.
All right. Blade,
and then I'm looking for Alvarez. I'm looking for bounce back year. I want Alvarez. Now this, I'm gonna tell you right now. I want you to remember today. Salute, Blade, man. Salute, Christopher. Salute. He does this every time.
You could
have had a better person than that.
Hey,
you could have got us a better person than that.
Hey, I love this dude. Hey, I love Christopher. Bro,
Yeah.
I love my people with a sense of humor, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, me too. I love funny stuff like that.
Right.
About 3 or 4 people looked it up.
As
That's
soon as they
JT.
saw it,
That's right. That's JT Unreal Muto.
Unreal
Yeah.
Muto.
So I'm looking for a bounce back year from Francisco Alvarez. I think the more that Francisco hits, you might see Polanco and Alvarez do this.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Because what Polanco could do for the bottom of the order, with a little more speed than Alvarez, a little more than stuff like that, I think is a great thing.
And can
So
you mind if I interject something real quick while you're on talking about Alvarez?
yeah,
I didn't want to lose the moment, right?
yeah, go.
Right. So here's the thing. So chat, I'm gonna try to do better with scheduling the live stream, right? Because generally,
Yeah.
and my initial intent was to just jump on and just go over the news of the day, right? Like legit just rock for like 20 or 30 minutes. And I love doing that. Like my intent was to jump on here, read y'all comments, give y'all a place where y'all can add all y'all stuff, a place for a Mets fan to hang out, right? A baseball fan to hang out, right? Like if you like stirrups and boot cut baseball pants, if you like long sleeves and wristbands, if you like pine tar and bat donuts and crumpled up batting gloves in your bat bag, this is the place, right? This is the place, right? So the thing is though, what I found is that I have to kind of do this more often. Like I gotta put this stuff out here more often because Mets fans realistically don't have a place to go. Right. Like I know y'all like there's Locked On Mets, there's Wardy and all these guys that you
Wardy.
that you guys can get baseball stuff from. But the thing about it is there's no real interaction and no disrespect to those guys because they do a great job. But in terms of having a place where you guys can come and talk that talk, I noticed that there's not a place, right? Or a place that I've seen, right? So we're gonna try to have that be our place where we can go, come and hang out, right? So bear with me as I try to figure out the formula because basically I had a idea of just doing it like 30 minutes and then I talked to Jay, the chosen one, and there's a thing that he kind of wants to do. He'll talk to you guys about that. And because I don't want to have the baby come early, right?
No C-sections on that one.
Right. But what I found through the feedback is y'all want to rock. Like y'all legit want to rock, man, for like a minute. You know what I'm saying? And so one person doing a 2-hour live stream is taxing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like especially when I'm over here doing stuff like this and this and this and all types of stuff, and you know what I'm saying. So, man, I asked Jay to if he would graciously like, you know what I'm saying, like just help you guys have a place where y'all can come rock. So we're just trying to figure out the logistics of this stuff. But definitely more content on this channel is on the way. So y'all just bear with us. We're gonna try to give as much content as possible, right? All right. My bad, Jay. I just need
that's all good. I love to hear it, and listen, it's my pleasure. I remember an early conversation. If I say something like, by the way, chat, if I say something like I remember early conversation, I might not mention it back. It's not to like, it's just like, some things are early conversations. Like I have conversations with a couple of the guys in the chat I'm not going to tell everybody about it, right? So
Right.
I have a conversation with Uncle Freezie here. I'm gonna tell you right now.
And we do the Knicks channel too, also. So yeah, there's that part. Yeah, my bad, Jay. My bad. I got excited. I got excited, man. I got caught up in the moment, bro. My bad. You're muted, bro. Does he know he's muted? Does he know that he's muted?
Yo, can anybody tell Uncle Freezie that I was muted, please? All right. So, so I've been talking the whole time. The whole time. Yo, like, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. We've had conversations.
Right.
Forget it. What I was saying is, if I say something like, hey, I had a conversation with him earlier or something, and I don't repeat it, it's because I have conversations with a lot of different people, but everything else is a go. Like we're here, we're a family. When he asked me to do this, this is my passion. I'm gonna be very honest. And me do the Knicks, but my favorite team in general is the New York Mets. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I know that Uncle Freezie had second that motion. Yep. And I really love to do this. I can't believe that we've been rocking for almost 3 hours.
I know. I didn't even get a chance to ask you what you would offer Pittsburgh for Paul Skeens.
Right, and I got like 5 other things in my brain too that I wanted to finish talking about this stuff too. Right. So let me just finish off by saying, don't forget to stick around. Definitely subscribe, press like, so you can get notified. Put the notifications on. Tell a friend to tell another friend. Call a cousin. That cousin you haven't talked to since last Christmas because of the thing that happened. Remember that thing? Yeah. Call him. Tell him that you miss him. You both love the Mets. Tell him to hit you and meet you here. You know what I'm saying? Where the family begins. As far as a few things I might do in the future, I'll save that for a few. I might share a little bit before we go, but I'm talking about here. But for Paul Skeens, I'm going to answer that question really quick. As older I get, I'm all over the place. By the way, somebody said we have to keep the live going until we get a move made.
All right, March, here we come.
Yeah, March, here we go.
Here till March.
Oh, Lord.
Here till spring training.
Oh, my God. You might have to follow me in the bathroom. All right, so here's the deal. Skeens is a free agent next year. Blade, that's a great point. But they are. So it was no. I believe he's not. No, I would.
No, 2030.
Check that. I gotta double check that.
No, it's 2030.
Yeah, he's not. He's not. Yeah, Skeens is locked down under one of the most, I think, a rookie contract.
Yeah, he's not arbitration eligible yet.
No. He's locked down on a rookie. He's not even arbitration. So when people were talking about Scooble, I take a look at somebody like, okay, Okay, he's arbitration eligible 2027 according to Kevin.
Yep, he's right.
So Paul Skeens, there's your ace. There's your ace. Who am I willing to give up for him?
Yeah.
Well, right now it would have to be Marcus Simeon and Cody Bellinger.
That's
Sorry.
it. That's it.
I'm messing around. You know what? I want to give that some real thought because I don't think it's fair for me to just jump in the gun and say, I give this guy and that guy because, I mean, literally, guys, you do realize that we have, they say one of, I don't know if I'm going to use my fandom here or if my fandom's talking, but I believe we have the best farm system.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know many, I haven't checked into everybody's farm system, but I know we have a top 3 or a top 5 farm system. And in order to get this guy, you're going to have to give 2 legitimate players that, like a Ronnie Mauricio. Can we pitch him Acuna? Can we? Yeah, he's only 24 years old. He's a big boy. Imagine putting him out there first day, and then you could go out and get a run of a mill or the other guy you said. Because I don't think the guy that we were talking about earlier is going to cost us a lot. Like I said, maybe 2 people. Who was that? Mitch Keller from Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
so
he's 20. He's 29.
He's 29.
Yeah.
So maybe we get both of them and we can package a deal and try to figure that out. We're deep for years, guys. Years. Yeah. We have players that are going to be number 1, like that start in 2030.
Right.
So I'm not. I'll tell you who I'm not giving up instead of who I'm giving up. Just quickly, McLean. It was close between McLean and Benj for who was top on the list. That's how much most places are saying how good Benj is. Remember, he was selected, I believe, 19th. Let me make sure.
Yeah.
In 2024.
Right. Yeah.
He can't. Do you realize that he rose all the way up? They're calling it you know what? I'm not sure. I get that, Kev, but I'm not sure. First of all, it's Pittsburgh. And that's not just Pittsburgh. It's not like they don't know what they're doing or something like that. But I'm looking at what Benj could be on 3 different lists. Every answer is Trent Grissom.
Okay. All right, hold on. Let me stop right here, bro. There's a thing I need to inject just real quick. This dude is not Trent Grisham, right?
No, that's why I was just about to say.
The guy that with Carson Benj legitimately can be Jim Edmonds, right? Jim Edmonds. Now, here's the thing. I know y'all probably don't remember who Jim Edmonds is, right? He played a long time ago for the California Angels, right? He played some years in St. Louis, I think, also. Here's the thing, chat, and so this
He
is for
did,
my
by the way.
and
That's
and
a yes.
and so and I appreciate that, bro. And so for the chat, this is what I want you to consider. Carson Bench is drafted as a two-way player that split time developing as a pitcher and an outfielder, right? So two things we immediately need to understand with Carson Bench, right? For one, Carson Bench hadn't been able to hone his fielding instincts because he had to split time between being a pitcher and a fielder, a pitcher and an everyday player. Now, with that said, right? Multiple things that we mentioned that we wanted is going to be in this guy, right? Big, strong guy that can play the outfield and can last and be durable. Second, if he was a college pitcher, he has a cannon, right?
Yep.
Right? This dude was not a soft tossing, whatever, whatever. This dude can throw that damn baseball, right? You bring in Carson Bench knowing you're only seeing 20% of what this kid could be in 3 or 4 years, right? The thing with Carson Bench is you bring him up as a moldable piece of clay and bat him maybe seventh where there's no pressure for him to be for him to carry a team, right? But you let him develop with Juan Soto because the thing is Carson Bench is only what 3 years younger than Juan Soto. So you have a Juan Soto Carson Bench outfield for the next
13 years.
Well, I'm going to say 3 years because eventually Juan Soto is going to be on first base, right? We're not going to. Eventually, Juan Soto is going to get out of the outfield. But if you're saying how long are they going to be together? Absolutely 13 years.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely 13 years. Right. Right. Here's my thing. With so Kevin, thank you for stopping by, bro. I promise you, we're gonna try to get these. I'm gonna try to get these alerts out there sooner. It's just, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'll keep hitting up. Yay, thanks, appreciate that.
Make sure y'all have your
tell your brother and them, man. Tell your brother and them, and also kiss the little ones for me. Hug Janet for me. Hug your. Sorry, I said a name on here.
Absolutely, but, absolutely. The other parts, though, he said, absolutely, bro.
Yeah. I'll see you soon.
So. Oh, my bad, bro. And matter of fact, I'm going to take this down too, so people can see who it is that's talking. So, absolutely, Carson Bench to me is untouchable, even in a Paul Skeens trade. Now, mind you, Paul Skeens is 6'6", 260, healthy. Started the All-Star game, right? He'll be 24 in around Memorial Weekend, right? Right?
Yeah.
So Paul Skeens is a guy, if you can get him, you go get him. If you can hold out on a all-star potential center fielder and Carson Bench, you do it. Now, if you can't, you have to ask yourself, do you want to win now or do you want to win later? Right? For those that want to win now, Paul Skeens is your Game 7 starter in the World Series.
No doubt about that.
Right? Paul Skeens is your Game 1 starter in the playoffs.
Yep.
Right?
Opening day.
The thing is, with a franchise so deep in pitching and a franchise that is historically great at finding pitching, you may be able to pass on Paul Skeens and develop other young, live, juicy arms in your farm system. But the thing is they're the same age as Paul Skeens. And Paul Skeens was the starter in the All-Star game right now.
Yep. And they can grow up together.
Yeah. And so the thing is with Carson Bench, don't go by what you see on the surface because he's raw. Carson Bench is comparable to what the Braves saw in Andrew Jones. I'm not saying he's Andrew Jones, right? I'm not saying Andrew Jones. What I'm saying is the feel of Andrew Jones when the Yankees beat the Braves in 90, I think it was 90, was it 96, 97? One of those years. The feeling of having a guy that young and so raw, but the talent is there. You want to hide him behind Dave Justice and all those guys and let those guys graduate until Carson Bench takes over. My thought is, if there's anyone untouchable in the Mets organization, and I mean even including Noel McLean, it's Carson Bench.
That's saying a lot.
And right. Wow. And so, but here's the thing: the reason why he's untouchable is not just because it's talent based. It's because the Mets have not had a great everyday center fielder since who? And if when you say, if what you say starts with 1990, it's too long.
It's gonna you if you say anything before that, no. I take that back. It starts with 2000 something.
Right.
And his name was CB.
Right. If Carlos Beltran is your answer, you've gone too long without a great everyday center fielder. Period.
Yep. No doubt.
Period. It's the reason why Jalen Brunson is so valuable to the Knicks. Right? Because the reason why Jalen Brunson is so valuable to the Knicks is not because the Knicks have a great scoring point guard, it's because they hadn't found a sustainable guy at that position for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years since Clyde.
5, 6 decades.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's the point I'm getting. So can you find another Noah McLean? Yes, we find a Noah McLean every 8 or 9 years. Every 8 or 9 years or so, the Mets find a Jacob deGrom, right? They'll find a Doc Gooden. They'll find a Zach Wheeler, Matt Harvey, Noah Syndergaard type guy, right? To pitch, to be an ace. They'll find a guy. The Mets will find a Johan Santana. They'll find a Pedro Martinez. But can you find someone with the potential to be as good as Carlos Beltran, to play in center field every day?
Mike Hampton.
And he's yours. You have him from day one. You're not getting a 26-year-old Beltran, right? You're getting a 23-year-old Carson Bench. That's why he's more valuable, in my opinion, than Noel McLean. Not that Noel McLean's not great. I don't want to trade him. I want him to retire as a Met. I want in 30 years, I want to see him walking on the field in a suit, get his number retired. That's how I feel about Noel McLean. Right?
Together with each other, with Bench. I would love to see. I would love to see them do that together. That would be absolutely beautiful. Right. That's a very good, interesting take. I'm listening.
Right. And I got you, bro. So the thing is if you're looking to go after, say, a Paul Skeens, I'm not saying that I would sacrifice the lamb, right? I'm not going to Pittsburgh and offering Noel McLean and others for Paul Skeens. But if we're negotiating with them and they're like, hey man, the only thing that'll push this over the top, if you're not coming off of Carson Bench, then you have to give me Noel McLean. I'm like, okay, I'll take some other stuff away, right? I'll take Sproat and Tongue out of the deal. I'll take 2 arms out of the deal, and it'll be Noah McLean, Vientos, Mauricio, Acuna, maybe Jet Williams, and whatever it is, whatever the asking pro, whatever gets the deal done, that. But I'm not calling Pittsburgh saying, hey, listen, I'm starting with Noah McLean. Hell no. No, absolutely not. But I'm also not offering Carson Bench when we've been searching for an everyday, rock solid, Gold Glove, average, a high average hitting center fielder. Right? I just can't, because we've been searching for that guy for too long. It's the reason why I don't consider Francisco Alvarez in any trade. Because Francisco Alvarez has the potential to be the greatest catcher in Mets history. He's got the raw talent to be that. Now, is that realized talent? Nah. Right? Of course, he's got to play and all that stuff, but I'm not putting Alvarez in no trade for nothing. Right? Yeah, Joe, I remember that. I remember Lance Johnson with that heavy ass bat. I remember Lance Johnson with that heavy Paul Bunyan bat. Right? You legit couldn't get him out. Right? But if we're talking about 1996, bro, that's 30 years since we had a guy like that. That's 30 years, man. 30 years ago, that's the Rico Brogna era. That's Rico Brogna, Elgardo Alfonso, Todd Hundley era. That's like 2 generations of baseball players since then. And that's why I'm holding on to Carson Bench for dear life. Right? I'm holding on to him for dear life because the Mets, for some reason or another, can't find center fielders. Right? Like legitimately, if you trade Carson Bench, now you're looking for the next Carson Bench. Right? When you could just keep them. Just keep the one you got and just develop him. And even Pittsburgh right now has a raw center fielder, a guy that used to play shortstop. He's a center fielder for them now. And even he isn't the complete package that Carson Bench is. Like Oniel Cruz, his defense in center field is shaky at best. He'll probably wind up being a left fielder. The arm is there. Is the glove there? Are the instincts there? Right? Like you don't know with these guys. But if you can get a guy that already has the instincts, already has the speed, already has the arm, already can hit, right? I'm holding on to him. Hey, yo, oh my gosh, yeah. So Blade says there's a kid in the farm that has promise at center field as well, Ewing or something like that, a speedster.
It's Ewing for sure.
Yeah,
and he's about 2 years away. And he is more than promising.
He's fast, bro.
Yeah, he's fast. He's I don't know where I put that, but
you know what else he is? What? He's little.
Yeah, he is a small man.
Right. I think right now, MLB Pipeline has him listed at 160 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's little, bro. I think him and Jacob Reimer will probably be a second base, third base combo in about 2 years.
Yeah.
In about 2 years, you'll have to do something with Jacob Reimer because to me, Brett Beatty is going to be Blade.
Yeah.
No, only Uncle Freezie takes the super soldier serum.
He takes the super son. All the veins are popping out everywhere.
Only Uncle Freezie takes the shot.
He took a sip of it. Yo, just a sip. I'll tell you what, Reimer and what I love about Reimer, he's made some changes in his hitting, and both of them are ETA MLB ETA 2027. Both.
Yep.
And AJ Ewing is called the biggest riser in the Mets system.
Yep.
He began the season that we just had just outside the top 30.
Yeah.
He's our 6th highest prospect right now.
Yep.
Do you know that man went from low levels and jumped 3 levels to AA Binghamton?
Yeah.
And in AA Binghamton at 20 years old, hit 315, 26 doubles, 10 triples, a few home runs, and 70 stolen bases. Ewing. And who doesn't love a good Ewing in this? You beat me there, Blade. Who doesn't love a good Ewing in New York City?
Blade, bro. The last time we did the live stream, I told Jada Chosen one that if he wears 33, I'm getting it tattooed on my neck.
Yep, on the neck.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that a tattoo of that whole man on my neck right here. If that man wears 33 in New York, 33 in orange and blue, I'm getting a full tattoo all the way down around here.
Yeah, I may get some dope jersey made up of like a Knicks Mets jersey with like the front, depending on who it is. Like I guess Patrick should have the front, right?
Right.
I don't know yet. But if he pans out to be this guy, that's your leadoff hitter for a long time, a very long time,
bro. But real quick, because I gotta wrap, man, because I gotta start doing some prep work for another show after this one that'll probably also be 3 or 4 hours.
Just real quick, he is compared to PCA.
Which guy is it that you said?
Ewing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is that the reason why we're not going after Bellinger and Tucker hard?
Could be. Chad, now don't be surprised if you're going to see a handful of young men. We're talking about last year, the up-and-coming people that have been there, and new people. And you're going to hear a lot of people displeased. Most of those people don't know baseball, like fully.
Right.
And you're going to have some people who are going to be excited. I'll be excited. I'll be one of the people excited. Right. Even though I know we won't make it necessarily. We might. You never know. They could explode and it'd be the best thing ever happened.
Right.
But I'll be excited to know what our future looks like.
Absolutely. Right. Yeah. Man, I still feel like there's so much meat left on the bone in this conversation, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna front, bro. I feel like there's because I hadn't even put. I might have to do this show like every day in order to get all the meat off the bone, man. I don't know if we can do a live stream every day like this one, but But there's so much stuff to talk about, like the competition between Kodai Senga, Clayton Holmes, and Sean Mania.
Yeah.
Who's gonna stay? Do you trade those arms? Do you consolidate arms to upgrade? Right? Do you like what do you the Braves were down? Like what do you do with the Braves down and the Phillies are up? The Phillies are the most touchable division winner that we've probably ever seen. Like legitimately everybody wants the Phillies in the playoffs. Right. If they win a division, I don't care if we win 83 games. If we get the Phillies in the playoffs, I'm comfortable that we might gentlemen sweep them.
Yeah.
I think their roster is so flawed. Right. But I'm sorry, go ahead, bro.
Part of my interruption, we did 2 years just in that run with 24. That's what we did. We started with the Phillies, gentlemen sweep, or sweep. I can't remember that.
Yeah.
I think it's sweep.
Jay the Chosen One, thank you for sharing this live stream with me, bro.
Absolutely.
You were excellent, bro.
You too, brother.
Your knowledge is crazy, bro. Every time you say something, I'm shocked. Like, how the hell he know that? Like legit. Every time, I guess it's like a thing. So, chat, we're gonna work on. I promise, I'm gonna work on, maybe scheduling a time. I have to see what my schedule is like, and see what the missus will let me get away with.
Yeah.
Right. But thank y'all everybody for coming through, hanging out, man, talk about these Mets. We appreciate y'all for coming through. Right. Thank y'all everybody.
Yeah.
Y'all have a safe night, man. Peace, y'all.
Peace, y'all.